Claude Opus 4.6 just dropped, and it is a historic leap for AI. It gives new capabilities to both ClawdBot and Claude Code that will completely change how you use these tools. I figured out a way to use Opus 4.6 with these tools that will not only give you way better results, but also save you money. In this video, I'll go through all the new differences with Opus 4.6, show you how to get it set up in both ClawdBot and Claude Code, even though it's not officially supported in ClawdBot yet, and show you all the new workflows you can start doing now to get way better results and have cheaper API bills. If you stick with me to the end of this video, you'll be an Opus 4.6 master and have the smartest AI employee in the world working for you. Let's lock in and get into it. So I'm not going to go into all these benchmarks because I think they're fake and stupid. So we are just going to go directly into all the improvements you're going to get out of Claude Opus 4.6. So over on the left-hand side here are all the biggest new features I think you will get the most benefit out of. So you got context window. You now have a 1 million token context window. That is absolutely massive and the best in the entire industry. But what does that mean for your tools? How does that improve both ClawdBot / OpenClaw? I'm actually starting to use the new name now, and Claude Code. Well, one thing, this gives ClawdBot significantly better memory. The fact that it can remember 1 million tokens of context at a time means when you're having a super long conversation, it won't need to compact as much and it'll be able to remember way more details. The more you use ClawdBot, the more it stores in memory. But the issue a lot of people are having is that when it compacts, it forgets a lot of things because it can't store that much. This 1 million context window is going to make it so much better at remembering things so that it can give you way better results in the work it does for you. As for Claude Code, this means you're going to be able to explore way bigger databases. So all those apps you're building with tons of code in it and a huge database, it can now explore it and remember it so much better. This also means if you have your ClawdBot use Claude Code to actually build apps, it's going to be able to do a way better job of producing results, which is why I might be recommending to switch from Codex to Claude Code for the coding abilities, but we'll get into that later. By the way, just as a side note, as I go through these features, this video split up after we go through these improvements. I have a full demo of ClawdBot and a full demo of Claude Code using Opus 4.6, going through all those workflows. It's all labeled in the chapters down below, so feel free to skip around if you want to go see those demos of the different tools. Not only does it have a bigger context window, it also has bigger token output, 128,000 token output. What does that mean for you? That means it can do more tasks in one go. ClawdBot can do more for you with a single prompt. It's already the greatest agentic tool in the world, is able to do so many things based on what you tell it to do. Now it can do even more. So for instance, for this video, check this out. I literally had it write the script for this video you're reading right here. I said, go research Claude Opus 4.6. It not only was able in one go to research it, find all the big upgrades, it then gave me a whole bunch of amazing use cases I'll be going through, the future potential, walk through all the amazing benchmarks. It is able to do so much more in one go because of that larger token output. Basically, at the end of the day, this means you can give more complex asks, have it do bigger tasks, and have it run longer autonomously. As for Claude Code, it means it can write more code in a single prompt. It can just do more, and that is really helpful. It means you're doing a whole lot more one-shotting with Claude Code. It has agent teams, aka agent swarms, built in now. This means Claude Opus is way better at spinning up its own sub-agents to go and do work for you. So that means it can do bigger tasks quicker. So if you're using ClawdBot and you say, hey, research Opus 4.6 and give me 100 different use cases, it'll be able to do that faster because it's going to spin up a swarm of agents to do that research. As for Claude Code, that means it can touch more parts of your code base all at once. This is something you need to enable in Claude Code, so I will also show you how to enable that manually in the demo portion of Claude Code, but this means you can have multiple agents going and writing code on your code base, which is pretty incredible. That means you're going to get better results much faster. I remember back in the old days, Opus was by far the slowest model of them all, but Anthropic has pulled off a miracle of having a model that's significantly smarter and faster, which is incredible. And on top of all this, with all these amazing benefits, it's the same price. So for ClawdBot, that's a big F yeah, and for Claude Code, that means an F yeah. So we walked through the benefits that Opus 4.6 brings to both ClawdBot and Claude Code. Now let me show you how to take advantage of all these benefits. So we are in ClawdBot. At the moment, Opus 4.6 isn't automatically supported by ClawdBot. It needs a config upgrade in the code to make it work. But I figured out a workaround. After talking with ClawdBot a ton, we have figured out a workaround to get Opus 4.6 officially implemented into the tool so you can start taking advantage of all this incredible functionality we talked about. I put it all in this prompt. Unfortunately, the UI of this stinks. So here is the full prompt. You can see it right here. I put this down in the description below. You can just copy and paste it into your ClawdBot to get it to do these things. But basically what it's going to do is research the model and figure out how to edit its own config so that it can support this new model. When OpenClaw eventually supports this new model and you upgrade to that version that supports it, it will automatically overwrite these changes so you get the official support. But for the moment right now, you need to do it this way to work around to get Opus 4.6 working. And trust me, in my opinion, it is very much worth it. So you run this prompt, it will automatically get 4.6 working for you. From there, you can start taking advantage of the magic. The first thing I would do once you get upgraded is do a little reverse prompting. If you haven't seen any of my videos or live streams before, by the way, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific, I talk a lot about reverse prompting. What reverse prompting is when instead of telling the AI what to do, you instead ask the AI questions to figure out what to do next. So instead of me explicitly saying, hey, AI, do this, I say, hey, what's the best thing for us to do here? So here's a good example of a reverse prompt we want to use for Claude Opus 4.6. Now that we are on Claude Opus 4.6, based on what you know about me and the workflows we've done in the past, how can you take advantage of its new functionality to perform new workflows? I put that prompt down below. Feel free, as you're watching this video, to paste that prompt into your own ClawdBot as we go here so you can see what Claude wants to do based on this new technology. What this is going to do is actually have ClawdBot go and figure out the best workflows you can do with 4.6. So instead of you having to sit there and brainstorm, a much smarter super intelligence will do the brainstorming for you. So here we go. This is what we got. All right, so we got a whole bunch of use cases here. Again, this is the beauty of the 128K token output. We are getting a lot of really good information just based on one prompt. So here's a bunch of use cases Claude Opus 4.6 can now do for me, taking advantage of all the new functionality. Here's probably the biggest upgrade for everyone. It can do true second brain queries, meaning if you ask it a question about something you've talked about in the past, something that requires a lot of context on your past memories, you probably do a lot inside ClawdBot, it can now hold way more context about things you've discussed in the past in its context because of those million tokens. So now when it answers questions for you, it can base it off of conversations from yesterday, the week before, the month before, the week before that. Maybe it bases it off 20 different conversations you've had in the past. It wasn't able to do that before. Now it can do that, meaning you're going to get way better answers. More deeper research because it can use more sources and give you more information. And here's the big one. Here's the one I love: overnight autonomous projects. So now the long-running overnight tasks, for me, I have it do long-running overnight tasks. I have it building a whole bunch of new features for Creator Buddy, my SaaS. I have it doing research for me. I have it doing investing for me. It can do a lot more long-running tasks. So here's my recommendation for you. I'll just give you a starter. After you run this prompt and see all your own custom workflows, make sure to say, hey, when you do your overnight tasks now, your proactive overnight tasks, make sure you take advantage of that 1 million token context window, and you'll start getting a lot cooler results when you wake up. Take advantage of all these new improvements and run that prompt I gave you down below that will show you all the custom workflows that ClawdBot can do for you now based on this upgraded functionality. Which brings us to Claude Code. Let's get right into that. So Claude Code, you open it up, you make sure you're upgrading, you'll see Opus 4.6 there, which is amazing. A few ways to take advantage of these new upgrades for Claude Code. First thing you want to do is do /model. You hit enter on that. And one thing you can do now is when you have Opus selected, which is the default, you can use the left and right arrow keys and change the effort level, right? So you have low effort, medium effort, high effort. If you are on the $200 plan, I'd recommend having high effort on at all times by default. You'll still get tremendous amounts of usage out of it. If you are on the $100 plan, I would go with medium effort. If you're on the $20 plan, you can go with low effort. There you go. Even if you're on the $100 plan, honestly, you can probably get away with high effort unless you are using it 24/7, 365. So there you go. You want to take advantage of the effort levels. That'll save you money in the long run, right? If you have shorter tasks, maybe you switch to low effort. If you're just changing colors of buttons, things like that, switch to low effort. I hear so many complaints about people running up against limitations on Claude Max. Taking advantage of the right effort levels will save you tokens and money in the long run. So the biggest change in Claude Code with Opus 4.6 will be agent teams. Agent teams by default are turned off. What are agent teams? This is what I hinted at earlier with agent swarms, I called it. But basically what it allows it to do is spin up multiple Claude Code instances to tackle a problem. This is very different than sub-agents. Before, with sub-agents, Claude Code would spin up smaller agents to do tasks, but they were all in the same session. And what that basically means is it was just like your one Claude Code agent doing multiple things at one time. But with agent teams, this is different. It actually spins up multiple sessions at one time. It's literally like opening up 10 Claude Code sessions on your computer and them all attacking a problem together. What's amazing is they can communicate with each other and they can talk to each other. With sub-agents, you weren't able to directly communicate with each sub-agent. But with agent teams, you literally can talk to the different agents working on the different problems you spun up. So it makes it more flexible, more powerful, and faster. You need to enable it because, again, it's disabled by default. The way you do that is you just use a simple prompt. You say, hey, Claude Code, can you enable this for us? So I said, I'm looking to enable agent teams, which just became available in Claude Opus 4.6. By the way, prompt down below for this. Can you read the docs and help me figure out how to enable it? I gave the link. It said, yep, here's how you do it. And now all we need to do is say, yes, enable that for us. All right, so that enabled it for us. It actually edited our settings file for us to get that enabled. Now we're good to go. All right, so you just reset your Claude Code, and now we can start taking advantage of these agent swarms. So we're going to say this. Please use an agent team to create a new project management app for us using Next.js. Make it a beautiful, feature-rich project management app with to-do list and calendar functionality and other features. And I'm going to hit enter. The key here is saying, please use an agent team. That is going to indicate to Claude Code it should be spinning up multiple sessions and multiple agents and use that swarm functionality. And here we go. I'll create a team of agents to build this project management app in parallel. Let me set everything up. So I'm going to hit yes, and it is going to start using this swarm. So it's installing all the dependencies, and then once the dependencies are installed, it's going to figure out the task list to get this done. Once the task list is done, you'll see it here. Let me create all the tasks and then spin up the team. So it'll figure out the tasks, and the way it's going to think is, okay, I'm going to spin up team members for each one of these tasks so they can tackle it all at the same time. And here you can see it is spinning up the task, which is amazing. We had that week a few weeks ago. Remember that? We were all talking about Ralph loops. That was the hot thing at the moment, Ralph loops. Now look at this. We have the Ralph loops built right into Claude Code. No one's talking about Ralph anymore. That was a funny week. I think sometimes we just look for narratives to talk about in the AI world. But here we go. You have all your tasks that it'll be able to keep just chugging through and spinning up agents to tackle for you. All right, here we go. Now let me assign tasks and spawn the agents. Tasks 1 and 2 have no dependency, so they can start immediately. I'll assign them first. Now let me spawn the first 2 agents in parallel to start on the independent task. 2 agents launched. Here we go. Control O to expand. We have a store builder and a layout builder. This is amazing. So one's working already. You can see the task being tackled. You can see the store builder on one, the layout builder on the other. I'm just going to say, yes, do whatever the hell you need. They both need their own permissions. This is amazing. You can choose who you want to talk to by doing shift up and down. You hold shift, you go up and down. So you can talk to the team lead agent, give them commands, who then they'll talk to each individual agent. Or I can switch to individual agents on the team. If I want to talk to the layout builder, if I want to talk to the store builder, I can do that and give them direct commands. That is a huge upgrade over sub-agents, because with sub-agents, you could not talk to the individual agents. It really feels like for the first time, it's not like we have just an agent working for us. We have an agent working for us who has agents working for them. This is now a hierarchy company. We no longer have a flat company. It's us, agents, and then agents working for them. That is amazing. 16 tool uses for layout builder, 9 tool uses for store builder. It's incredible the efficiency we're getting now out of this. Not only that is it more efficient, but it's also smarter because they have their own context built in. It's not context shared between all the agents. It's context just for the individual agents, and they're able to communicate upwards to the team lead. Now you can see a third agent, a third team member has been spawned. The dashboard, this is fun to watch. I'll just say this. This is much more fun to watch than what it was doing before. Oh my God, we have the calendar builder. the task builder, and they're all tackling different tasks at the same time. Look at that. There's 4 different tasks being tackled at the same time. The pages builder just got spun up. We're about to get an entire complex app done in like 2 minutes because we have like 8 different Claude Code instances working for us. This is a massive upgrade. This is awesome. All right, looks like we're done here. It worked for 6 minutes. We had this entire team of Claude Code sessions working for us here. Let's see what this looks like. All right, it just ran the server. Now it is cleaning up the team. I hope that doesn't mean they're getting fired. I want them to keep working for the company. So let's see what happens here. Store Builder refuses to leave. All the other members got fired. Store Builder said, I'm not leaving. And here we go. Let's test this out. Wow. Look at this. This is unbelievable. So a full project management tool with an entire dashboard, your tasks, what's completed, in progress, overdue, the task distribution. So it has the entire dashboard. Let's go to my tasks, an entire Kanban board, which for the record, this UI is great. You can move the cards around easily. It has a calendar view. Let's check out the settings here. Wow, you can put in your name, your email, change the appearance, turn on notifications. I mean, that is as full featured as it gets. If you were using Claude Code for this before, you probably get 1 or 2 of these built out with one singular prompt. We got it, basically Monday.com. Congratulations, Monday.com. Your entire company is pretty much worthless at this point. I just built your entire product in one prompt. I'm probably shorting Monday.com stock come Monday. How ironic. Anyway, that is Claude Code. Turn on the agent swarms. I put a link down below for that. Opus 4.6 is actively blowing my mind. Claude Code, ClawdBot, both massively upgraded with this new model. Stop what you're doing, drop what you're doing, quit your job, get rid of your friends and family, sit down at your computer, get this up and running now, use it. It will change your life. If you learned anything at all, leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do a deep dive on this for either ClawdBot or Claude Code. Which would you prefer a deep dive on more, ClawdBot or Claude Code? Let me know down in the comments. Subscribe, turn on notifications. All I do is make amazing videos about AI. I'm doing an entire boot camp about ClawdBot in the Vibe Coding Academy this Friday. Link down below for that. I do it every Friday, a live boot camp on ClawdBot. You can interact with me, ask me questions, all that. Link for that's down below as well. I hope you learned a ton. I so enjoy making these videos for you, and I'll see you in the next video.